This week, we begin our in-depth coverage of the candidates running for office from the North Carolina legislature to the U.S. Congress.
Our 2020 commitment coverage gives voters a chance to hear from the candidates themselves directly. Bill O'Neill joins us now with a preview of what you can expect in the weeks ahead.
The presidential race is going to dominate everything you see and hear this election. But it is not the only race that will have a huge impact on the future of North Carolina. After a decade of Republicans controlling North Carolina's legislature and setting the agenda, Democrats are fighting back.
Absolutely. Absolutely. We as Democrats will take control of the North Carolina Senate.
The Republicans that are in a majority in the Senate now are working very hard to maintain that majority, and we feel very confident that that will be the case come Election Day.
Democrats need to flip 5 seats in North Carolina's Senate to take back control of that chamber in the General Assembly.
A lot of the interest in the Senate and the Senate majority will actually center on the triad. There are a couple of races in the triad that are going to be critically important.
Those critically important races include Republican incumbent Joyce Crawford versus Democratic challenger Terry LeGrand for the right to represent Davie and Forsyth counties. Democratic incumbent Michael Garrett versus Republican challenger Sebastian King in Guilford County. And Republican Amy Galey versus Democrat J.D. Wooten for an open seat representing Alamance and Guilford counties.
The motion passes.
Control of the Senate is vitally important for one key reason, says UNCG political scientist David Holian.
They want a seat at the table.
A seat at the table, Holian says, that's where lawmakers will draw new voting districts based on the 2020 census. If Democrats win control over at least one chamber in the legislature, they would join Republicans at the map-making table, creating legislative and congressional voting districts for the next decade.
All of a sudden, Democrats are at the table for redistricting, and it won't be a unified General Assembly that will make the decision. In fact, it will probably be, assuming that the two sides can't compromise on a map, well, the maps will end up in federal court.
Political leaders from both parties say there are other good reasons for voters to cast a ballot and determine whether Republicans or Democrats control the North Carolina legislature.
The legislature, which is controlled by Republicans, should have done Medicaid expansion a long time, have not treated our schools fairly. So people all across the board are aware of where we've become as a state. You know, we moved backwards, not forward.
We were ranked 44th, I believe it was, in various surveys on competitive business environment. We're now ranked right at the top 10 in the country. I think you will see a deterioration in both of those statistics if Democrats take over the General Assembly.
Democrats need to flip 6 seats in the North Carolina House to win back control of that chamber. Key House races include Republican incumbent John Hardister versus Democratic challenger Nicole Quick in Guilford County. Republican incumbent Stephen Ross versus Democratic challenger Ricky Hurtado in Alamance County. And Democrat Dan Bessie versus Republican Jeff Zenger for an open seat in Forsyth County. Our 2020 commitment coverage includes all of these races. We're also covering all the local congressional races. Voters in Winston-Salem may be surprised to find that Virginia Fox's name no longer on the ballot. And in Greensboro, voters may be surprised to find that Mark Walker's name no longer on the ballot. We'll have all of these races, and if you miss them on TV, you can always catch them on WXII12.com. Bill O'Neill, WXII 12 News.